Hello, my elegant friends. If you're over 50, you know this truth deep in your bones. Style is no longer about impressing others. It's about honoring yourself. It's about walking into a room and owning your space with quiet confidence. That kind of elegance doesn't come from following trends. It comes from refinement. From knowing what flatters you, what feels luxurious, and what adds polish without needing to shout. But even the most stylish women fall into habits, holding on to old favorites that no longer serve the version of ourselves we've grown into. So today, we're editing. We're saying goodbye to pieces that age us or dilute our elegance, and replacing them with items that feel timeless, elevated, and yes, expensive. So grab a cup of something warm and luxurious, and let's dive into what not to wear after 50, and what to wear instead, if you want to look like the most elegant woman in any room. Chapter 1. Say goodbye to loud logos. Let's begin with something that's easy to fall into. Logo-heavy clothing. You know the kind. T-shirts with designer names splashed across the chest, sweatshirts emblazoned with bold fonts, or handbags covered in monograms. These items might come with a hefty price tag, but they don't always look sophisticated. In fact, loud logos often have the opposite effect. They draw attention away from you and put the focus on the brand. And true elegance, real old money polish, never shouts. It doesn't need to prove itself. When you wear a simple, beautifully cut sweater in cashmere or a perfectly tailored coat in camel, you're sending a completely different message. It says, I know who I am. I don't need a label to speak for me. What to wear instead? Reach for luxurious, logo-free staples. Elevate your textures. Choose fabrics that whisper elegance. Soft cashmere, weighty silk, smooth wool. One of my absolute favorites? The Loro Piana cashmere cable knit sweater. It's one of those pieces that transforms your look instantly. The kind of sweater that doesn't need a word stitched on it to tell you it's luxury. You can pair it with ivory trousers, wide-leg jeans, or even a midi skirt and still look effortless. It's an investment piece, yes, but one that will live in your wardrobe for decades, not just a season. Let your clothing highlight your presence, not your purchase. Chapter 2. Retire the Matchy-Matchy jewelry sets. Jewelry can be the final touch that makes an outfit sing, or it can age you without you even realizing it. The most common culprit? Matching jewelry sets. You know the ones. Earrings, necklace, and bracelet all cut from the exact same cloth. Sometimes they're pearls, sometimes crystals, sometimes overly shiny gold. And while the intention is to look coordinated and put together, these sets often end up looking staged, almost costume-like. Today's elegance is less about symmetry and more about curation. You want your jewelry to feel like it's been collected over the years, not bought in a single box set. What to wear instead? Mix tones, blend textures, and play with contrast. A minimalist gold cuff paired with a simple diamond stud can look infinitely more modern and chic than 3 perfectly matched pieces. One of my favorite combinations? A single pair of Mikimoto pearl studs, classic and timeless, with the Hermès Click H enamel bracelet for a clean, Parisian touch. It's the kind of pairing that feels elevated, but also personal. Let your jewelry reflect your story, not a sales display. Chapter 3. Skip the ill-fitting jeans, go tailored. Let's talk denim, because even a simple pair of jeans can make or break your outfit. Now, jeans absolutely can be elegant, but certain styles? They've had their time, and holding on to them past their prime can instantly dull your look. If you still have low-rise jeans, skinny jeans with whiskering, distressing rhinestones, or, dare I say, bedazzling, it's time to retire them with love. Those pieces were fun once, but they don't align with the kind of quiet luxury we're leaning into now. What to wear instead? Think structured. Think tailored. Look for high-waisted denim with a straight or wide leg and minimal details. Or better yet, invest in trousers that flow, drape, and flatter. The piece I can't recommend enough? Loro Piana Silk Blend Wide Leg Pants. These trousers are the definition of elegance. They lengthen your silhouette, glide as you walk, and feel just as luxurious on the inside as they look on the outside. Pair them with a tucked-in blouse, a sleek belt, and a loafer, and you'll look like you stepped off a Milanese runway. You'll find the link to these pants and every product I recommend in the description below. I handpicked them for their quality, timelessness, and ability to elevate an entire wardrobe. Chapter 5. Retire the stiletto. Embrace sculptural flats. Now let's talk about shoes, the quiet anchor of any outfit. And if there's one thing I've learned in my decades of styling and evolving, it's this: your shoes set the tone. So let's address the elephant in the room, the stiletto. Yes, stilettos had their moment, and yes, they made us feel tall, sexy, and powerful. There was a time when a 4-inch heel made me feel like I could take on the world. But that time has passed, and not because we've aged, but because we've evolved. We no longer need pain to feel powerful. Stilettos, especially those with towering heels and razor-thin soles, are often uncomfortable, impractical, and honestly, a bit try-hard when paired with an otherwise refined look. They break the flow. They scream effort, and nothing about real elegance should feel effortful. So what do we wear instead? We pivot toward comfort without compromise. We look for shoes that are sculptural, supportive, and sleek. One of my go-to favorites? Margot Bowtie Flat. It's feminine without being girly, sharp without being aggressive. The pointed toe elongates the leg, the bow adds charm, and the craftsmanship is exquisite. I wear mine with midi skirts, cropped trousers, even with jeans when I want to elevate the look. And if you're still craving a little lift, you cannot go wrong with the Marc Fisher LTD block heel. It's iconic for a reason. The block heel offers balance and support, while the two-tone cap toe adds vintage elegance. It pairs beautifully with everything from tweed to silk. These are shoes that let you glide, not tiptoe, that allow you to move through your day without distraction or discomfort. The truth is, confidence is far more powerful than height, and nothing radiates confidence like a woman who walks with ease and purpose. So let go of the heels that punish. Step into flats and low heels that support your lifestyle and your elegance. Your feet and your outfit will thank you. Chapter 6. Ditch the plastic handbag. Choose structured elegance instead. Now let's address a piece that too often gets overlooked: your handbag. We carry them every day. They're part of our silhouette, our posture, our polish. And yet, so many women are still using bags that quietly betray everything else they're working to project. Here's what I mean: synthetic or plastic-looking materials that crease or crack over time, oversized, flashy logos that scream rather than whisper, chunky hardware, or embellishments that feel trendy instead of timeless. Or worse, bags that have lost their shape and now slouch in all the wrong places. Even the most beautiful coat or dress can be dragged down by a handbag that looks cheap. So let me offer this reminder. Luxury is in the details. It's in the quality of leather, the weight of the stitching, the way the bag holds its shape on your arm, the way it complements your outfit without begging for attention. What to carry instead? Look for structured, minimalist handbags in soft, neutral tones: cream, black, chocolate, sand. The goal is clean lines and subtle sophistication. My personal favorite? Montalcino Geranio, Manhattan, leather handbag. This bag is everything: elegant, understated, and perfectly sized. No screaming logos, no excess. Just smooth, impeccable leather with a magnetic flap and discreet gold hardware. It pairs beautifully with a camel coat, an ivory blouse, or even a charcoal knit dress. The kind of bag that quietly says, "I've arrived." And when your handbag is polished and structured, it elevates your entire presence. It shows that you understand refinement, that you invest in pieces that last, that you choose quality over quantity. Your bag doesn't just carry your essentials, it carries your taste. So if your current everyday handbag is made of faux leather, plastic, or anything collapsing on itself, it might be time for a gentle upgrade. You deserve something beautiful, something that reflects the intention and elegance you bring to the rest of your look. Because when you carry a refined bag, people notice, even if they can't quite put their finger on why you look so effortlessly expensive. Chapter 7. Say no to bright-colored puffer jackets. I'm going to say something that might feel a little controversial. Bright puffers have no place in an elegant winter wardrobe. Now I know they're practical, they're warm, and there's something cheerful about a cherry red or neon pink jacket on a gray day. But if your goal is to look expensive, not just cozy, then you need to choose outerwear that reflects refinement, not athleticism. Bright puffers often feel too youthful or too casual. They break the silhouette of your look, interrupt the color palette, and frankly, feel more appropriate for ski slopes than city sidewalks. So what's the elegant alternative? A well-tailored, long wool coat. Bonus points for a wrap style with a belt. Look for coats in camel, oatmeal, navy, or charcoal. Colors that are soft, neutral, and endlessly chic. My top recommendation? The Max Mara Manuela Icon Coat. This piece is a work of art, made from pure camel hair, with a double-faced construction that flows effortlessly. It cinches at the waist with a self-tie belt and gives your body a beautiful statuesque shape. And unlike a trendy puffer, this coat will never go out of style. It's not just outerwear, it's a statement. One that says, I don't follow trends, I set the tone. Whether you wear it over trousers and a silk blouse, or layered on top of your weekend denim, this coat adds gravity to your look in the best way. Chapter 8. Say goodbye to trendy, plastic sunglasses. Let's talk about the frame of your face, your sunglasses. These are more than just sun protection. They're a style signature, a detail that instantly communicates your taste before you've said a word. But here's the problem. Many women over 50 are still reaching for cheap, overly trendy sunglasses, especially plastic frames in bright colors, strange shapes, or with bold rhinestones. While those styles may be playful, they often clash with a sophisticated look and, unfortunately, cheapen your entire appearance. What's the refined alternative? Choose sunglasses with clean lines, minimal branding, and classic structure. Look for rich tortoise or deep black frames that flatter your bone structure and skin tone. Sunglasses should enhance your presence, not overwhelm your face. The pair I always reach for? Celine Cat Eye sunglasses. They're the perfect blend of bold and timeless. The shape gives you lift, the frame feels strong, and they work with every outfit, from a cashmere sweater and jeans to a linen dress and loafers. Another detail? Invest in optical quality. You can feel the difference between sunglasses that cost $20 and ones that are finely crafted. The lenses are clearer, the fit is more secure, and you won't need to replace them every season. And yes, like all the other pieces I've mentioned, you'll find the link to these sunglasses in the description below. I've curated this list with women like you in mind, women who want to buy better, not more. Let your eyewear reflect the power and elegance you carry. It's not just an accessory, it's part of your identity. Chapter 9. Step away from faux-aged leather jackets. Let's talk about a piece that many of us once considered a wardrobe essential, the distressed leather jacket. Years ago, I adored mine. It felt edgy, youthful, like something a stylish French woman would toss over her shoulders with zero effort and a lot of attitude. But here's the truth we don't hear enough. That kind of look doesn't always translate well after 50, especially when the leather is stiff, shiny, or unnaturally aged. What once felt cool now often feels forced. And if you're aiming for that elevated old money elegance, distressed leather, with its exaggerated zippers, faded elbows, and heavy stitching, can completely contradict the rest of your look. It's not that leather is out of the question. Quite the opposite. A beautiful leather or suede jacket can be a pillar of quiet luxury. It just needs to feel refined, fluid, and intentional. What to wear instead? Opt for structured, minimal leather in rich, natural tones, like chocolate, taupe, or deep olive. Instead of flashy hardware or distressing, focus on cut, drape, and texture. One of my absolute favorite pieces is the Max Mara belted leather coat. It's sleek and tailored with a belt that cinches the waist and gently skims the hips. The leather is buttery soft, and the lines are clean, architectural, and quietly feminine. It's a piece you wear when you want to command a room, but whisper, not shout. Another elegant alternative? A long suede trench coat. Suede has this soft, matte finish that instantly feels expensive. Pair it with silk trousers and a fine knit, and you've got a look that feels curated and timeless. Remember, your outerwear should feel like a continuation of your presence, not a costume. When you move from rebellious edge to refined structure, your wardrobe begins to reflect who you are now, not who you were 20 years ago. And that's the goal, isn't it? To dress for the woman we are becoming. Chapter 10. Retire outdated blazers with harsh shoulder pads. Now, let's talk tailoring, specifically blazers. For many of us, the blazer was a symbol of power, the working woman's armor. In the 80s and 90s, we wore them proudly, shoulder pads and all. But here's the hard truth. Those sharp, boxy blazers are now doing you more harm than good. They widen the upper body in a way that feels unnatural. They hide your silhouette instead of flattering it. And worse, they often make an outfit look like it's stuck in a different decade. But blazers themselves? Still essential. In fact, a well-chosen blazer is one of the most powerful pieces in any elegant woman's wardrobe. It all comes down to choosing the right shape and fabric. What to wear instead? The goal is to soften the silhouette while keeping the polish. You want the blazer to feel like it belongs to you, not like something you borrowed from a boardroom in 1989. My recommendation? The Row Gala Wool Blazer. It's unstructured in the most luxurious way. No shoulder pads, no bulk. Just clean, fluid tailoring that drapes over the body with elegance. It contours without clinging, and it moves with you, not against you. Pair it with silk trousers, or throw it over a midi dress with low heels. The effect? Effortless refinement. You can also look for collarless blazers or cropped boucle jackets in neutral shades: ivory, cream, dove gray. These offer a soft alternative to the traditional blazer and can be styled casually or formally. Chanel does it beautifully, of course, but there are also gorgeous options from brands like Totem, Loro Piana, and Max Mara. Whatever you choose, focus on fit, fabric, and flow. And remember, your blazer should never wear you. It should support the story you're telling, the story of quiet power, grounded confidence, and elevated style. Final thought: becoming the most elegant version of yourself. Now, before we part, I want you to take a deep breath and ask yourself something. Is your wardrobe working for you, or are you still holding on to pieces that belong to an earlier version of your life? Because becoming elegant after 50 is not about following rules. It's not about dressing your age or chasing youth. It's about becoming the most elevated version of yourself, gracefully, intentionally, and unapologetically. And remember, elegance isn't about having a closet full of clothes. It's about choosing the right pieces. The ones that feel good on your body, reflect your confidence, and stand the test of time. Every piece I mentioned today is linked in the description below, in case you're ready to invest in something that truly elevates your wardrobe. Because sometimes, spending a little more means gaining a lot more. Refinement, quality, and that quiet luxury that never goes out of style.